Hello everyone, just a quick follow up to the SRPG video that I posted last week. As you can see, I've changed the strap. I couldn't get on with the NATO. I don't know whether it's just that it's not a very good NATO or they're just not for me. With the strap bound over the top of the watch, folded back in, because I've got large wrists, there's only a small amount of actually held back in the keepers, and it was looked untidy to my eye. But it's a personal choice. You might like them. Maybe if I tried a better quality one, that would improve things. So, but overall, happy with the watch. It's I've got to say the lume is a bit disappointing. It's great on the hands, around the outside, around the Arabics. It's not that good. Got to be honest. Not as good as I was expecting. So, but you can't have everything, I suppose. As you can see, it's in a bit more light. You might be able to get a better view. I'm going to do some macro on this in a minute. What I do really like is the crystal, or at least until I scratch it. It's lovely domed, and it gives a bit more interest to the bezel on there. So very happy with that. Now the strap came off of my SRPE, which is there. I'm not going to go too deep into this. This has got a fantastic case. I think this caught everybody by surprise when it came out. It's got the crown at 4 o'clock. They've both got the same movement in it, the 4R36. Excellent lume. I put it on a watch gecko strap with multiple adjustment holes, so you've got absolutely no problem finding a decent fit on that. There's actually polished edges on the edge of that as well, which go with the polished edge of the watch. So I've had no problems with it. It's kind of a understated watch, I think, that one. You can get both of these in a range of colours and a range of finishes, different strap options. I did see on the website that I purchased mine from, their website says there's a 6-week wait for one of these. So that's not so good, but it has lovely finishing on there. They do a brush version of this. It comes on a canvas strap, I believe. But I do like my bracelets. If I give that a little rattle, you can see it's quite tight, the tolerances on that strap. If I give the Seiko rattle, it just it's not very nice at all. So I've ordered a canvas strap for it. Hopefully that'll be here tomorrow, and I can try it on that. So both of these watches are much more comfortable for me to wear on the size of wrist that I've got. As I said in the last video, the SZNG is just that little bit too small. Well, not a little bit, my wrists are much too large for it. So this is up for sale now. It's online. And it's a lovely watch. If they did this watch, an actual update of this watch, bigger size, with the 4R36 and improved water resistance, that would be a great watch. So I don't think this is truly the watch that should have replaced this, if I'm honest. I mean, it's a great watch, but if this was just larger, better water resistance, modern movement, that would be great. I have got my son's SZNG here, which is kind of similar, but it's not the same. But there's my modded one. This is also on sale now. It's online, everybody's favourite auction site. So I think if you put those together, just putting the metal strap on it, I think, and the domed crystal, sapphire crystal, it's kind of beefed it up, so I could get away with wearing that. But there's no point keeping them if I'm not going to wear them. So they're just that bit too small, unfortunately. So, but these are, I think if you look online, everybody says they're a perfect entry-level watch, you get a lot of watch for your money. So, and if you do get one, if you get something like this later on, if you get a bit bored and you want to change, you can see what's available. There's a range of sapphires around, different AR on them. If you've got a bit of mechanical skill, you could do something like this. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I appreciate that. I just each to their own. I enjoyed doing it anyway. I must have a low boredom threshold, I think. So just get those out of the way. So far, a week in with the new strap on, I'm much happier wearing this. It's I just didn't get on with the NATO strap at all, but it's a personal thing. So strangely enough, the metal strap version of this watch is the same price, so you're probably better off getting the metal strap, I would say, and just fitting your own NATO to it. Then at least you've got a bracelet, a Seiko bracelet, for all its faults. Yeah, you might be unlucky like me and you just can't get a decent fit on it. I find if I adjust it one way, it's a bit tight. If I adjust it the other way, it's just that little bit too loose. So it depends how you wear your watch, I suppose. I have ordered the canvas strap, like I said, and it's that's due tomorrow. So that'll be more interesting to me to do that. So, but I do like that bevel. That's what they should have done on there, I think. Maybe a project for later. I'm going to just swap the lenses over, see if we can get some close-ups of the dials on those. Thanks. So close-up of the dial. It's a lovely dial. It's got, in the bright sunlight, it's got like a graphite finish on there. The Arabics are like a satin brush on there, and they catch the light in different ways. It's the crystal that really adds the interest for me. And to be honest, I find this dial more interesting than the SRPE one. It has got its faults. The lume is probably the biggest one. I don't think the outer markers around the Arabics are good enough. The hands certainly are. Got no problem with those at all. Yeah, great watch. I'm just going to pause while I swap the other one in. This is the SRPE dial. You can probably see a bit of green on the lume already, just where it's been in this room. So it's got a lovely dial on that as well. They really do know their stuff, I think, when it comes to low budget watch faces. So I'm just going to run through a few specs while we're looking at that. The SZNG, the diameter is 37mm. The SRPG is 39.4mm. The SRPE51K1, that one, 39.6mm. The thickness of the SZNG is 10.5. The thickness of the SRPG is 13.2, and on the SRPE it's 11.85. So I should imagine a big part of that is the slight crystal dome on the SRPG is bumping that thickness up. The lug to lug on the SZNG is 42.1mm. The SRPG is 47.7, and the SRPE I measured at 44.4. So smaller wrists are probably going to find the SRPE is going to be a better fit. It has got a nicer case, I've got to be honest. Where the case undercuts on your wrist and it's polished, it looks great. They do a satin finish one, which comes with a canvas strap, which is it's okay, but I think that is like the one that I've got. I'm more than happy with. So the crystal is just mineral crystal on all of them. Really, they call it hardlex, but somebody can prove to me a difference between hardlex and mineral crystal. I'd be interested to see it. It's just flat on the 80K, 807K. It's flat on the SRPE, and it's got that lovely dome on the SRPG. The water resistance on the SNK is only 30 metres, which is fine, just hand washing, caught in the rain, that kind of thing. For me, I need something a bit more. I've said it before, I don't want to be worried about exposing my watch to water if I want to go swimming, etc. Maybe I won't go swimming in these, but if I want to, I can. The SRPG and the SRPE are both rated at 100 metres. The power reserve, the movements are about the same. Power reserve, they're all around 40 hours. The SNK has a 7S26 movement, which is, it's the older movement, and it's being phased out, I think. So the other two both have the 4R36 movement, which allows hacking and hand winding to both of them. The weights of the watches, the SNK is 61 grams on the canvas strap, 110 grams on the metal strap that I've fitted. The SRPG is 138 grams on the Seiko strap, and the SRPE on the much more substantial Watch Gecko strap is 139 grams. So I don't really want to take the straps off. I'm being lazy just to weigh the watch heads. Not lazy, it's just a bit of a faff. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I will pop a lume shot of photographing. I'm still mastering the technique of doing a lume video. When I do it, the camera seems to think I'm not filming anything and shuts off. So I'll pop a lume photo in so you can see the difference in them. I mean, the SNK and the SRPG have both got small markers around the Arabic numerals or the numerals on the outside of the watch. The SNK seems to be brighter and hold its charge more than the new watch, which was surprising really. Not what I was expecting. But the hands are certainly more substantial and brighter on the new watch. So you take your choice, I suppose, but I'm quite looking forward to getting the SRPG on a canvas strap. I may do another follow-up to this once that comes in, maybe with another watch. I haven't got loads of watches, by the way. It's a strict case, one in, one out. So I've got a few watches that I keep. I've got some older watches I'll do some videos on later. Some Casio. I've got a lovely old Casio. So yeah, I've just this is definitely a keeper. The SRPE, the SRPG, I'm happy with now, with the metal strap. I just didn't like that NATO at all. So I'm not, and I'd like a normal canvas strap, just a normal watch strap. NATOs are new to me. I haven't had one before. Perhaps I'll buy an upmarket one, I don't know. But the strap on the SNK, I had no problems with. It's a decent thick strap. It took a lot of abuse. It's just that the one that came supplied with the SRPG, I was just totally underwhelmed with it. Might be just a personal opinion, but it's mine. Anyway, see you later.